Right now, you're holding a device that knows more about you than your closest friend does. It knows what time you wake up, what makes you laugh, what makes you anxious, what you secretly search for at 2 in the morning. And here's the thing nobody tells you. You didn't give it that power, it took it. My name is Jessica, and today we're pulling back the curtain on social media's darkest secret. Who is really controlling your phone, and what are they doing with you? The app that was designed to trap you. Let me tell you about a man named Asa Raskin. In 2006, he invented infinite scroll, that thing you do when you keep swiping down and the feed never ends. He thought it was just a helpful feature. He had no idea what he'd created. Years later, he came out publicly and said, and I'm paraphrasing, "I'm sorry. It's as if we've put slot machines in 1 billion people's pockets." Because that's exactly what these apps are, slot machines. Every time you pull down to refresh, you're pulling the lever. Sometimes you get a dopamine hit, a new like, a funny video, a message from someone you love. Sometimes you get nothing, but you keep pulling, because your brain is wired to chase that reward. Sean Parker, the first president of Facebook, said this in an interview, and this is a direct quote. He said the platform was built to consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible. He said they knew what they were doing. They exploited a vulnerability in human psychology, and they did it on purpose. The data machine. You are the product. Here's something that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but is completely verifiably true. You are not the customer of these apps. You are the product. Every second you spend on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, every like, every pause, every rewatch, is data being collected and sold. By 2024, Meta alone was generating over $130 billion a year in revenue, almost all of it from advertising, not from you paying a subscription, from selling your attention and your data to the highest bidder. And the targeting is terrifying in its precision. Researchers at Stanford showed that Facebook's algorithm could predict your political views, sexual orientation, and whether your relationship would end, all just from what you clicked on, before you even said a word. There's a term for this: surveillance capitalism, the idea that your private human experience has become raw material for a corporate profit machine. You scroll, they profit, and you never signed a contract that explained any of that, what it's doing to your brain. Okay, so they're collecting your data, fine, some people don't care. But here's where it gets personal. The algorithm isn't just watching what you like, it's deciding what you feel. In 2014, Facebook ran a secret experiment on nearly 700,000 users, without their knowledge or consent. They changed what appeared in people's feeds to either show more positive content or more negative content. And then they measured how it changed what people posted. It worked. People who saw more negativity posted more negatively. People who saw more positivity posted more positively. Facebook proved it could manipulate your emotions at scale, and then they published it as a research paper, like it was something to be proud of. Teenagers are hit hardest. A major study out of the UK found that girls who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media are significantly more likely to report depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. We're talking about a mental health crisis that's been building quietly in bedrooms across America for a decade, and yet the apps are designed to keep you coming back. The notifications, the red badge on the icon, the "someone liked your photo" ping, all of it is engineered. The bigger game, democracy, algorithms, and you but, it doesn't stop at your mood. In 2016, a company called Cambridge Analytica harvested the personal data of up to 87 million Facebook users, again, without their consent, and used it to build psychological profiles. Those profiles were used to run hyper-targeted political ads during the US presidential election. They weren't just selling you shoes, they were trying to change how you vote. The algorithm doesn't show you what's true, it shows you what keeps you engaged, and anger keeps people engaged longer than almost anything else. So the algorithm feeds you outrage, it pushes you to the extreme, it builds walls between you and people who think differently. We've watched communities fracture, families split over what they saw on their feeds, and the companies knew. Internal documents from Facebook, leaked by whistleblower Frances Haugen in 2021, showed that their own researchers warned them their platform was tearing society apart. The executives chose to do nothing, because fixing it would mean less engagement. Less engagement means less data. Less data means less money. You are not just a user, you are a human being with a mind, with emotions, with a vote, with a life that exists beyond that screen. The phone is in your hand, but the question is, who's really holding it? If this made you think, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more documentaries like this, and drop a comment. I want to know, how many hours a day are you actually on your phone? I'll see you in the next one.